unfortunate ending to a heck of a battle. I continue to tell these guys, if we don't rebound, we're not going to win. And we were -8 in that category and gave up 12 offensive rebounds, and those are things we can fix. We can fix that with effort, with attitude, and a little bit of want to. So we got to shore that up if we're going to be a good team. But more than anything, we'll look back to the film, and every time we really shared the ball, got that extra pass, got the thing moving, we got a good look. But we got to be more of a balanced attack and try to figure out how we build the chemistry amongst all the changes. We continue to battle, changes each and every night. A lot of the offense went through Jesse. Now we don't have Jesse in the lineup, so we're trying to figure out our new identity offensively, and that'll come with some time. So not that that's an excuse, but that's where we're at right now, trying to figure out that identity and that chemistry that is going to make us good in the end.
Questions for RaeQuan first, please.
So, RaeQuan, obviously a bummer to lose, but just to get back on the court, just to do it again, how'd you feel? Did you feel comfortable, and how long did it take?
Yeah, I feel comfortable. Just playing for years, basketball is an everyday thing for me. Just coming off the sickness, I was a little tired for sure. But it was fun to get out there with my team and actually, do what we've been doing all summer. So it's been fun.
RaeQuan, late in the first half, was it a cramp or an ankle twist?
Yeah,
or
the worst cramp of my life.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
for sure.
Halftime took you a few extra minutes to get out there, so I'm guessing you're probably eating bananas or drinking water.
Yeah, business back there for sure. Yeah.
And then you come out and you just kind of ran out and played. So I mean, everything was physically everything was good. Or?
Everything's good. Yeah, it was tight. Most of the game, but pacing myself and like I said, doing it for a while, so I'm able to, not force anything when it comes to my body.
How different was this experience from what you had experienced previously playing? When you were playing every day, playing games, it's like going to work, but
yeah,
this was a little different.
Definitely a little different, especially missing 10 straight games. It's definitely different and just getting thrown out there, and we're, kind of starting behind. It's my 10th game, starting a little bit behind with the record-wise and stuff. There's a lot on my mind, but it's nothing different. It's just basketball.
You said the cramp was somewhat lingering. It looked like towards the end of the second half there, you were kind of feeling it a little bit.
For
Did
sure.
that have any effect on the free throw there late?
Yeah, I kind of felt like I rushed it as well. My mom's going to be mad about that one for sure. But other than that, yeah, I just felt a little tired, but, that's no excuse. I got to knock that down for sure.
RaeQuan, I know y'all have been practicing, obviously, all the way from the summer through now. Coach Eilert, though, mentioned you've had to change the offense not once but several times, different things that you're trying to do. Does it take a while to get comfortable with that? And when you're switching it so often, how long does it take to get comfortable with it?
I mean, normally it doesn't take a long time. You just really got to buy into what, the coach is, telling you. And if you pay attention to practice and get your reps in like you should, it should be second nature. But, a lot of that's kind of been in the fluke lately.
RaeQuan, I'm not sure that you could expect to come back and score 29 points and yet be standing on the free throw line in the last seconds of the game, needing to make one to win, and or to make it at least a 3-point game or whatever. It would have been 2-point game, and then have miss. I mean, talk about the emotion of what you accomplished and having that one shot not go in.
Yeah, getting that rebound on their free throw and getting fouled, I kind of felt a little comfortable, maybe too comfortable. It's just you live and you learn. I've been in that position multiple times, and I've won games at the buzzer. We down 2, and I get fouled on a 3, and I hit all 3 of them. Just today, I didn't knock it in.
So defensive end after that, they're scrambling, hitting the shot. What were you guys trying to do? What happened with them?
I mean, we just got to stay in front. You saw he lost the ball and kind of rolled. I don't know what that was, and he just hit it. I guess good players make good shots. So
There's so much build-up getting to this point. When you saw that first bucket go in, can you even describe your emotion at that point?
Relieved more than anything. I'm happy to be out here, and it's been a long summer, one of the longest of my life. for sure, summer and fall. But it's just good to kind of get out there and be with the team and go to war.
What's it going to take for the team to improve rebounding?
It's going to be a lot for sure, especially missing with Jesse. Normally if you check my past years, I didn't rebound as much, but today I had 6, I believe. It's just going to be another thing I got to add to our bag, just everybody in general. So.
Josh, how many different
Questions
sets?
for Ray first.
Oh, you want to go? Okay.
Any more for RaeQuan?
Ray, I know you can't talk about the specifics, but can you talk about just the support that you've received during this time, and maybe, hearing from people that maybe you never even knew or talked to before, just if anything kind of has stood out, and can you just kind of talk about what, the support you've been getting?
It's been amazing. I felt like, I had a whole army behind me pretty much, especially West Virginia and the fans in general. Since I touched down, in Morgantown, in the summer, it's been all love ever since. And especially now, going at the NCAA and all that stuff, it was different, but, it's cool.
RaeQuan, you've had a seat this year to watch some players do some good things, and I'm assuming you want to keep the good things going. And this is you, it's Kerr, it's Noah too. I don't know how much you communicate or how much you think about doing what you have to do to be a positive addition, but also making sure that the guys who were playing and playing well can still contribute too. How do you walk yourself through that, and the 3 of you guys do that at once?
I mean, it's going to click soon. It's just all takes, a little bit of time and just chemistry and trust with each other. I mean, we're veteran guys. Noah's 4-year, Kerr's 4-year, I'm a 5th year. So, it's going to gel pretty soon. It's my debut, so obviously we have a couple more games to kind of gel.
You mentioned that you got 6 rebounds. Normally you're not a rebounder. How much more difficult is it for you to come back, immerse yourself to the team, and then you don't have Jesse there, so you don't have the traditional rebounder, and it's kind of a different style because of that than you would normally probably prefer to play? Is that once you learn Jesse was going to be out, is it almost like a different, I got to adjust and do this now more? How does that work for you?
I mean, I wouldn't say that Jesse was the reason why I wanted to rebound more. I wanted to rebound going into this season because I think I only averaged 2.8 last season. Just despite my athleticism, I should definitely average at least 4 or 5.
I'm just kind of curious, as you think about this game, and it probably just wasn't today. I mean, it's probably been weeks you've been thinking about this moment. How did you have it pictured in your mind? Does 29 points exceed what you were dreaming of, or were you thinking, I'm going to go get 40? Or, I mean, what were those thoughts like?
Everybody wants to go get 40,
Sure.
I mean, but I just kind of trusted myself and just let the game come to me. I think I put up a couple forced shots, but, that's on me for sure.
RaeQuan, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Kevin. Sorry.
No, it's okay. So, Josh, obviously you mentioned some of the changes that you've gone through with differing personnel. How many different things have you gone through? How much have you had to teach this team? Different sets, different ways of attacking, using personnel?
I mean, if you look at it, I mean, we were playing, especially for the first 9 games, everything through Jesse Edwards to try to get him a touch and play inside out because that was kind of our advantage. To abruptly take that away and then add a couple of dynamic guards and figure out how we, incorporate them and put them in the best positions to succeed. Meanwhile, getting some other guys some minutes that have to step up to help us it's certainly a challenge, and especially with the short time frame. So I've said it over and over. I'm a planning guy. I try to be organized and plan things, but every time I have a plan, something wrench gets thrown in it, and I got to figure a different scenario out.
Noah and RaeQuan give you a little bit better defensive set. I know you push the defense out a little bit at some points.
Yeah, I mean, more than anything, we changed some things up with ball screen coverage. With Jesse not out there, he was in a drop the majority of the time with his length and athleticism and trying to protect him from foul trouble. So Cook and Pat, I think we were doing ourselves a disservice by not being aggressive with them in the ball screens. So that was kind of the strategy going in. But on-ball defenders, they're putting some pressure on those guards and making it tough on them. So that's what we want. That's the type of intensity we need on the ball.
What'd you think of RaeQuan's performance tonight?
You know, tried to get him going early. You know, he struggled to make shots, and I worried about that, considering, you know, he's still trying to gain his strength and his stamina back. You know, he doesn't have his game legs under him yet because it's his first game, and trying to, you know, he was down 13 pounds just a couple of days ago. So I saw it in the practice leading up to. It wasn't 100% RaeQuan yet. So no, but he forced a couple. I think he would admit that, but he's a special, dynamic player, and we're going to need him, and we'll just need to be probably more of a balanced attack, you know, moving forward, and everybody on the floor's got to share it and get the really good shot and not the forced shot, which we've continued to do over and over. We've forced a lot of things over the course of 10 games. So
It's been 2 weeks.
11 games.
It's been 2 weeks to the day since Cook has returned. Played 23 minutes tonight. How far are you willing to let him go now that Jesse's out?
Right now, that's about probably max of what he can do. You can see it. You can see it in his eyes. You know, when he's getting, you know, he's really gassed, and guys, when they're that exhausted, just make mistakes. They make mental mistakes, and we saw that several times, and need to get him probably shorter spurts out there, and more rotations between him and Pat, and we'll look at that as we move forward.
Coach, go ahead.
Josh, on the rebounding, and correct me if I'm wrong on this stuff, but I would imagine with your numbers, it might have been difficult to like physically work on rebounding, and I don't know, you hear some crazy things that coaches like to do sometimes to really reinforce that. I don't know if you tried to do that, like remedy with that, but like also, can you do that now because you are a little bit deeper, and can you do some, I don't know, like more specific things that sounds like?
Yeah, we have more accountability in practice with our more numbers, so there's punishments for not doing the right thing rather than us just coaching them through it. So we're trying to, you know, increase the accountability in practice, but you got to understand that every third day we're playing right now, so we can't push them too hard.
Coach, you had said Jesse's surgery was earlier today. Have you talked to him at all? I mean,
I haven't talked to him yet. The surgery kind of got pushed back later into the afternoon, but I got word that everything went really well, and he's resting. So now it's just the clock's ticking to his recovery.
And Kobe didn't play tonight. Anything there?
That's between me and Kobe, and where we're at. It's coach's decision.
A lot of seasons are first, but you look down at the other bench and there's Darius. So your thoughts is you're just going head to head, and did it even enter your mind when the game's going, or what'd you think of facing up with Darius?
I mean, a couple times you look down there and it's kind of surreal because we go back a long time and watched him navigate as the point guard into the Sweet 16 for us that first year here, and as a special year for me, special year for him and all those guys, and so, you know, we even built a bigger, greater relationship when I kind of when we brought him back as a GA, and I kind of mentor him through all the scouting process, and we got really close that year, and we've continued to be really, you know, good friends, and he's one of those guys that it's genuine. It's genuine. You know, you got someone in your corner that would go to bat for you, and when things are down, you know he's going to be calling. So I'm happy for Darius. He's a good coach, and they got things rolling. And I respect him and what he's doing there. And it's hard to lose, but I guess if you're going to lose to a good friend, I guess it makes it a little better.
Coach, this is kind of an analytical question, I guess, or UMass game, you guys hit 14 threes, and a lot of the offense comes through. And then tonight, first half, I think 0 for 10, 4 threes for the whole game. So it's totally night and day. And I'm kind of wondering, you know, was that to be expected, or is that a shock, or is that just the way the ball bounces?
No, I mean, sometimes you feel it as a coach. I watched him shoot yesterday, and I saw a lot of front rims, and and maybe I was a little too hard on him 2 days ago, trying to shore up some things, and there's a lot of accountability in that practice, and so the legs didn't seem nearly as fresh as they probably needed to be to make all those shots, but it's a catch-22 for a coach, trying to make sure you guys are doing the right thing and being accountable and having fresh legs as well. So maybe some of that's on me and how hard I went on Monday, trying to send a message. But yeah, we didn't shoot it well, and it was pretty consistent across the board.
You mentioned even more of a want-to and an attitude when it comes to rebounding. Is that something that can develop through gelling, or is that something that these guys have to find within?
I mean, it's you look down the board. I mean, Quinn's 7, Cook's 7, Noah's 7. Noah, like I said, Noah's the smallest guy on the floor, and he's got 7 rebounds. I mean, he seemed to have the want to, and I use him as an example at halftime. He was, tenacious about going and helping us rebound, and that's the smallest guy, I got. And I mean, I pointed out Pat. Pat gave me 17 minutes, and he got 17 minutes out. You're the biggest, strongest guy on the floor, and he gave me 1 rebound. So there's just got to be, everybody's got to get 2 or 3 more. That's just the way it is. It's going to be a team effort.
Coach, you're talking about how every time you put together a plan, there's another monkey wrench that gets thrown in. But now that you're a chunk into the season, what's your comfort level, I guess, as a head coach? Because this is your first crack at things, or are you not able to really get that comfort at all because of everything that's going on? Like, how are you able to evaluate yourself, I guess is a better question so far.
I don't really think about it, to be honest with you. It's change after change after change, and like I said, there's a lot of been wrenches thrown into this whole process, and I'm growing as a coach. I'm growing as a person. I'm going to continue to fight like hell every day for our guys and make sure they're competing and playing the right way and hold guys accountable. I mean, that's going to be an everyday thing for me, and I promise you're going to get 100% out of me and our staff, and I think I'm a positive, optimistic person, so I think we can get some of this chemistry built. It's just we need some consistency out on the floor. We're not there yet.
Coach, how much tonight, like during the flow of the game offensively for you guys, was kind of like isolations, just get the guy in a spot and let him make a play, as opposed to like what you could do during a timeout and draw stuff? Were there differences there? I mean, situation.
We just got to understand, we run a set and we try to get somebody shot. If it's not there, it's not there. Let's bounce it back out and run the clock. And I told the guys at halftime, like, I can't remember a shot clock violation because we just ran so much offense and didn't get a shot. I don't remember one. You guys remember one? 11 games. I don't think I can remember us running out of clock trying to run offense. So we can certainly be a lot more patient and grind the defense more and figure out, the best possible shot and the most efficient shot. So, we have some continuity behind some of these sets, and let's fall back on it. If it's not there, let's fall back on it. And let's work the defense a little bit.
Coach, thank you.
Thank you.